Hello, hello. I thought I would do I thought I had to do a short YouTube since obviously Arvinas just presented their data this weekend and I've talked a lot about it. So here I am. I don't know what to say exactly except that the drug is whatever. And the odds that they extract some sort of positive value from it from Pfizer is decent. There's 0% chance that they commercialize it themselves. So the only question you have now is whether Pfizer and them can agree to move forward with Pfizer commercializing it and Arvinas getting either an upfront or a royalty on the back end. And then you have to come up with what you think that value is. I think it's in the low single digits of dollars, somewhere between 1 and 5, maybe 1 and 4. Um, I don't know how to handicap what the odds are that Pfizer does go forward with commercializing VEPDEG. The company seems to think they have other options with other partners. If Pfizer does not go forward with VEPDEG, I again have no way to handicap the timing or the value of VEPDEG. I am confident that they will not destroy value with VEPDEG. So where does that leave us with Arvinas? $12 in cash, a Novartis partnership that's worth at least a few dollars, VEPDEG that's worth a few dollars, and 3 phase 1 assets that aren't going to have proof of concept probably for at least a year or two. But all have, I would think, positive value. Now, of course, the market disagrees. The market thinks that the pipeline and the machine that is Arvinas is negative NPV to the tune of $400 or $500 million. If and when they restructure VEPDEG, their cash runway should extend into 2029 and maybe even 2030, which gives them a huge amount of time to either show value in the pipeline, to partner pipeline drugs, or for an activist to come in and say, you guys need to cut costs and potentially sell yourselves, given the fact that the market is giving you a negative enterprise value. I've been very clear with the company, and I encourage you all to be clear with the company as well. And for all of these biotechs that trade a negative enterprise value, they cannot operate as going concerns with a negative enterprise value. The cost of stock-based compensation is simply way too high on an annual basis and diluting the owners if they can't get anybody in the world to value the pipeline and the company at a positive enterprise value. This seems very basic to me. It's one thing to be in denial about it and think that over time this will correct itself on its own. I don't think that's the case with these biotechs. I think that absent a very near-term catalyst with something in your pipeline that could then flip you from a negative enterprise value to a positive enterprise value, it's simply just not going to happen outside of external forces like an activist. So I still own it all. It's a big position, my biggest position. The only thing I will acknowledge is that the two big things that I was bullish about with Arvinas are both gone. So one was that Ecor1 owned 15% of the company and would keep the company honest from just burning $1 billion in cash and not doing whatever would maximize shareholder value. That's gone until we have another major shareholder that shows up. And the second thing was I thought that Pfizer needed VEPDEG for their combo trials, and Pfizer most definitely does not need VEPDEG for combo trials. They're not running any future trials. So Pfizer doesn't need VEPDEG at all. So if Pfizer does decide to commercialize this, it's for a positive NPV, reason alone in monotherapy in the second line. And I have no way to handicap that. I still think they're going to do it. I think it's just a matter of what the economics are going to be to Arvinas. So that's where I am with Arvinas. I don't know. I still think the downside is extremely limited. Again, $12 in cash, a Novartis partnership that's worth a few dollars. VEPDEG has some positive value if they can get Pfizer to agree to commercialize it, and then you have these 3 phase 1 assets and 10 years of an R&D machine. So that's that. I might do another YouTube later on this week or next week with other names. The only other thing that I'm really excited about right now, still is Surgery Partners, SGRY. There was news on Friday that their competitor, the name of it is escaping me, is in advanced talks to being sold to Strategic for 3.9 billion, I think. And the previous article on the competitor was that they had 250 to 300 million of EBITDA. Though it wasn't clear whether that's next year or last year or which one of those numbers it is. But basically, the EBITDA multiple they're getting acquired for is like 14 to 15 times, when Bain's offer at 25.75 is like 10 to 11 times, more closer to 10. So I think that Surgery Partners is still extremely interesting. I think that Bain will end up paying $27 to $30 a share for it in the near term. And if they don't buy it, I think Strategic will end up coming back and buying it for the low to mid 30s, also in the near to medium term. Obviously, this is not consensus with the stock at $23, but it's probably my favorite idea today. So, with that, I think wow, WOW at some point is going to resolve, hopefully in the near term. So I've been adding to that, though that's trades like crap. And those are probably my most interesting ideas right now. So I probably will not do a YouTube in the near future unless there is a reason to. All right, everyone, take care. Enjoy the summer. Bye.